Want to raise it up? You're alive already.
We'll do this again. Don't
Turn
worry.
it on.
Yeah.
And you have to click the button.
No, if it's red, it's on.
There it
Yep.
is.
So we'll probably keep the red so we know that it's on, huh?
Yep.
So we know when it's on.
And then I think we should do this right here.
Yep. And then also too, let's scoot this way.
This way.
Yeah. Let's
Are we live right now?
Yeah, we are. But all we have to do is click it and we get another stream.
I say we just keep it going.
Yeah.
Makes it part of the funny that we are not
Professionals.
professionals.
Yeah. All right. Kick it off, Jordan.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys fans all over the nation. We got a great win today. Not so great. I'm lying to you guys, but we did win. So this is a hard one.
What's the fucking point? That's how I feel as a Cowboys fan. What's the point? We won. Way to go. But where are we going with Cooper Rush? Am I a hater? Or is it like, what's the point? You know what I mean? That's how I feel. And I hate to bring it down. I hate to bring the show to a screeching halt. But like,
We got to pump the brakes. We got to pump the brakes.
what's the point?
The point I want to make is that what is the point? Let me elaborate on that. We were talking about this earlier, and when we were a good squad, when Zeke and Dak were rookies, we went 12-4, I believe. We got a first round bye, and then who came along? You said it earlier. He's the what?
Cowboy killer.
Cowboy killer. Aaron freaking Rodgers. You know what I mean? He's done it to us 3-4 times, I believe, already. It's just like it's repetitive. So if that squad that we had gave us a dud, what's gonna happen now with this squad? First round exit?
Well, let's just really think about it. Cooper Rush is not going to beat Tom Brady and the Patriots. He's not going to beat Tom Brady and the Patriots. Just kidding. Tom Brady and the Bucks. We're not going to beat the Bucks. Do you really think we're going to beat the Packers?
No.
Who else is in the NFC? Give me some teams. Are we going to get out of our division? Is he going to beat Daniel Jones? Is he going to beat Jalen Hurts?
Well,
I don't think so. Is he even going to beat Carson Wentz? Is he even going to beat Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz is slinging that rock. So let's just let me go back right now and say when it was preseason, the Cowboys were first ranked in our division. Now we're probably last. You know, first I think it's the Eagles with Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. You know, that's a good squad. Saquon Barkley and the Giants, they're getting it, and then Carson Wentz is just slinging it with 3 really good wide receivers. So where does that leave us with Cooper Rush and CD?
Not in a good place. It doesn't leave us in a good place. And it just really leaves you in a state of confusion because let's be honest. Cooper Rush comes in and it's not Cooper's fault. It's not the player's fault. I'm a very player-friendly guy. To me, my grandpa told me this. My dad told me this. Your dad probably told you the same thing. He said, Nico, shit rolls downhill. So where does this go? This goes straight up to the guy up top. This is Jerry Jones' fault. And I hate to play it on him. He's not the one playing. But again, I think Cooper Rush would be in a greater place to succeed if he knew what to do and if he knew what role to play. If we had an offensive identity, if we had an identity as a run-first team or a spread-it-out team or, you fill in the blank. But if he knew and if we knew what we are and we knew who we were on the field and we had a brand, I'm going to say this all year. You're going to hear me saying this. I said this 2 years ago because we didn't do it last year. What do you want from me? I got married. He had a kid. Shit happens. You know what I mean? But it's always been our problem. We have no offensive identity. We have nothing to do. We don't know who we are. And because of that, we have no rhythm. We don't know what to do offensively. We have nowhere to go. We don't have a bread if we don't have a butter. Does that make any sense? Did I go on a ramble? I think I might have scrambled there.
You rambled, scrambled, and dambled everything.
But doing my name,
but
make
he
myself
does have
clear.
a point. Yeah, it's clear.
It's just clear. The lack of offensive identity is going to make this season very hard to go because not only are we going to have to make up that identity as the season goes on, but we're going to have to make it up with basically a backup quarterback who today was his first start in a long time. Good for him. He beat the Super Bowl, reigning AFC champs. Something to be proud of. He really should. And look, the Cowboys go on a six-win streak. I'll tell you, you'll hear from me first. Cooper Gold Rush. Let's freaking go all the way to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? We'll see you in Glendale. But realistically, guys, where are we? What are we going to do? Where do we go from here? It's just a lot of things that aren't good. Just not good all around.
Let me go off also on saying that what you said. Are we really going to trust Cooper Rush? And when Dak comes back, is it going to be another Romo Dak situation? Probably not, because we're paying so many millions to Dak. So we're not going to do that. Obviously, Jerry Jones is not going to sit his multi 100 million plus quarterback. So what's the move then? You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be really hard to actually bench someone of that caliber, I guess you could say, or money spent.
I don't think that's even going to be really a discussion unless Cooper Rush shows us something that he hasn't. But you know what I mean? Cooper Rush has always been with us since Dax, and it's always been 1 and 2.
And so I always also say that, well, not always, but today I said Dak is becoming the new Romo in the way that he's getting hurt all the time. Romo was hurt clavicle, ribs, again, the clavicle, I believe. And it's like he was a dog. He toughed it out. He was great. But I believe Dak has the thumb injury. He broke his ankle, and I'm pretty sure he missed last year when Cooper Rush. I can't remember what it was, but
he's been banged up.
Yeah, and we gave him so many $1 million. Like, in my point of view, I love Dak. He's a great leader, but he does not have the dog in him. And we gave him so much money. I say we trade him, get as much assets as we can, and if our season goes bad, we have a top pick. Maybe trade it and get a buttload of draft picks.
All right. So bear with us, Cowboys Nation. We've been all over the place in this first 6.5 minutes we've been here. So we're going to slow it down and kind of break it down game by game. So you want to pull up the stats on your phone, see how we did?
Yeah.
So as my man does that, I'm just going to go ahead and say we got to pump the brakes, and this is going to be a weekly breakdown. So we're going to break how we did this week, and we got a dub. So let's, that's a dub. It's a win. Hey, we'll take it. But it leads me to my point. It's kind of mute. Leads a bittersweet kind of feeling, because as we and many other fans probably think that this year's already lost. Yeah, I think already doom and gloom. I think a lot of people already said, hey, man, what's the point? As I said in the beginning, that's the point. But this is where we're going to break it down. So for the total yards, we're going to go for the Bengals first. The Bengals had 254 yards on offense. Of that, 165 was passing, 89 on the ground. They averaged about 3.8 yards a play. They were 6 out of 17 on third downs, and they converted their only fourth down play. They had a total of 67 plays, and I think this was the difference in the game. The Bengals allowed 6 sacks, guys. Our defense was after it today.
I think that's the only highlight right now. It's the defense, you know what I mean? Like, Micah Parsons is a dog, so he's the only bright star that we actually have. And how he kept saying it, and how I believe too, what's the point of winning more games if we're going to get bounced out or not even make the playoffs? You know what I mean? Should we start tanking?
Herm Edwards would say, you play to win the games. And to all the Cowboys fans who are saying that, we get it, all right? Get off your high horse. We want to win too, but I want to win the big boy, man. I want to win the Super Bowl, man. I want to see us in January. I want to see us in December.
Why are we going to win if we're going to get knocked out and we're just going to have a better chance at the draft? You have to, pros and cons. You got to look at something.
Listen, if we're jaded, it's Jerry's fault.
It is Jerry's fault. I've heard a lot of...
This is what you've turned your fan base into.
A couple of
grown men,
jokers in luchador masks.
This is what America thinks of us, Jerry. I can't even show my face.
So, next point. Where are we going?
Let's go back to the stats, buddy. Sorry, I don't know your password, but I'll learn it. Let's go back to the Cowboys team stats. Cowboys had 337 total offensive yards. Of that, 230 were in the air, 107 were on the ground. The Cowboys averaged 5.7 yards per play. They had 19 first downs. We were not good on third down, guys. We only had 3 for 10. We did convert the only fourth down that we went for, which we got. We had a total of 59 plays. Offensive line did all right. Had 1 sack allowed. We punted the ball 5 times. We were the more disciplined football team with only 5 penalties, amounting to 45 yards. No interceptions for our boy Cooper Rush, but there was a fumble lost. Time of possession breaks down 26 minutes and 12 seconds, but the Bengals had the ball for a little bit longer, but that don't matter because we still got that W.
Let's go into Daydream. Show the little cloud right here. and we're gonna do a new segment of what you wish.
I'm gonna call an audible on that.
You're gonna call an
buddy.
audible?
Yeah, we
Okay.
still got a little bit of it. Let's because this is gonna feed into that segment. What I want to do first is we're gonna look at what can we do? What's the direction of the Cowboys? Who do we go from here? We got Cooper Rush, obviously, for the next 5 weeks, and we also have Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard. I'm Team Zeke, always have been, always will be. I think we've used him wrong. We've asked an F-150 if he can drift. We've asked an F-150, a big old pickup truck, America's most dependable, best-selling Ford vehicle in the last 25 years. Cowboys are sponsored by Ford. Shout out, give us a sponsorship. Anyways, you're asking an F-150, a pickup truck, to do things that it's not designed to do. And I don't think we've ever used Ezekiel Elliott right way. We should have got a fullback a la Moose, Emmett, blah, blah, blah. That goes there. But the breakdown of today was Ezekiel Elliott got the ball 15 times, averaged about 3.5 yards per carry, and got a total of 53 yards on the ground. Tony Pollard, I think you want to read those right there. Because he's Team Tony.
I'm not Team Tony. I'm just like Zeke.
You're Team Tony.
No, Zeke.
Say it.
I'm not Team Tony.
Say it.
I
Dude.
love Zeke, but Zeke has been on a downhill. I think he's eating too many SpaghettiOs or something, and every year his stats are going down, down, down.
All right, real quick, audible timeout. So on top of that, what I'm trying to say is the reason for that is because we've, again, misused him. We've misused him. He's not a breakout play. He's not a trendy player, but he's dependable. He's outlasted everybody. He's outlasted the Le'Veon Bell trade. Remember when he was in the league? The discussion was always, who's better, Le'Veon Bell or Ezekiel Elliott? Guess what? Who's still here? Zeke. He outlasted the
let me go.
Todd Gurley.
Look, audible now.
This is a timeout.
What you said the same thing right now, and you said audible.
Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
and I'm just following what you say.
Okay. Well,
So-
monkey see, monkey do. The blind leading the blind.
Jerry Jones leading the Cowboys fans to nowhere. But what's Zeke? Top 15 running back? He's lasted everybody, but he's not top 10 running back. Saquon, CMC, Jonathan Taylor, Cooks. I'm drawing a blank right now, but he's not top 10. Look at the fantasy points just right now. He's not top 10.
First of all, we don't live in the fantasy world. I live in the real world. And you know what?
He does not average more than 5 yards.
To me, Ezekiel Elliott's efficiency doesn't show up on the stat sheet because if they truly did, they would put into the things that really matter. Pass blocking, 3rd and 1s.
I think we're
Getting
ranking too
a
much
yard.
on Zeke now. Let's go to our next
Yeah.
segment. So
Well, how many Tony Pollard?
Tony Pollard.
How many? Because he's Team Tony.
He's got okay. Let me tell you
9
this.
yards.
He's got 9 carries for 43 yards. He's 10 yards less than Zeke, and he has 6 more less touches.
And he has a higher average run and has a touchdown.
Exactly. So eat your words. Like Zeke eats, eat your words.
Well, what I'll say about that is I guarantee you that those touchdowns and those runs were
it don't
designed
matter.
for Tony.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Which running back looks better on paper right now?
Ezekiel Elliott. Son.
Shut
up. All right, but this is great. This is going to
it.
be the debate. Listen, the reason we're doing this is because it's going to draw up chatter. This is going to be the discussion. This is what our lives have been just. This is all we got. This is what we've been freaking dissolved to. This is going to be our discussion. How are we going to win football games? Is it going to be Zeke? Is it going to be Tony? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button.
I say two-headed monster. How New Orleans did it with Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram a couple years back. I say that's how we do it.
All
if
right.
you want the run game to go, just do a two-headed monster and feed both of them.
Here's another thing. Do we even have a tight end? Is our tight end good?
I think he got hurt today.
He did. That's what I'm saying. Do we even have a tight end? Like, what? We always had 82 old trusty. We need to get back to brand. You know what I mean? We need to get back to Cowboys football.
But if we do, we never went far either way.
Dude, I don't know, man.
We need
I'm
to.
Lost. You know? What do you want from me, dude? What do you want from me, man? What do you want from me?
I want Jerry Jones to retire.
And we got Steven Jones, that cuck.
Yeah, but then we're going to, I don't know, man. We need to hire a real GM, someone that actually went to school for that. And Jerry Jones just hired his son. He's like, you're GM now.
Dude, hire us.
Hire us.
I'll fire Mike
Professional
McCarthy.
scouter.
I'll fire Mike McCarthy's fat ass on the spot. And I'll call Troy Aikman right away and have him get Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith and Nate Newton and the boys into the building. I guarantee you they'll figure that shit out. That's the truth. I don't know. That's all right. Okay. So as we've laid out, what we're going to talk about throughout the rest of the year is going to be Tony or Zeke, how we're going to win with Cooper, how we're going to win with CD, how we're going to win with our like tight ends. Okay, so this feeds into our segment, which
Dream
is
World.
Dream World, in the perfect world. Jerry's got his world. Shorty Low, Big Lou, this is our world. Shorty, in a perfect world,
I mean,
how would you fix the Dallas Cowboys?
Right now, it's more of a sticking to, how do you say it? Like, just like old memories that you want to never, like, you cling to old memories. Nostalgia. There you go. I'm just drawing a blank right now.
He's Mexican.
So imagine how cool it would be. Cole Beasley is a free agent. Des Bryant is a free agent, and he's probably retired. But I'm just saying, pull Tony Romo out the booth, and then you got the trio back, and then you give CeeDee Lamb some chance to do something. You know what I mean? It's a horrible idea, but how pumped will you guys be to bring all of them back? And old reliable, Jason Witten. Imagine that.
This guy wants to open up a retirement home and say, hey, get back here on the field. I dig it, dude.
If Tom Brady can do it at 45, I'm just saying. Who's our tight end? Who's our tight end right now? Nobody.
Me?
At least old reliable can run 5-yard routes, come back and hook. You know what I mean? Tony Romo, I'm pretty sure, can still sling it. He's still an athlete. He's a golfer. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to do something.
I think Tony's drinking a little too many Coronas for that, buddy. Have you seen him on those commercials, him, Snoop Dogg, and Bad Bunny?
Cole Beasley last year he was good.
Well, Cole Beasley, dude, Cole Beasley's the man.
And then bring in Des Bryant.
And he raps.
Bring in Des Bryant.
Okay, so
CeeDee, Cole Beasley, and Des Bryant. Take it away.
Okay, so that's Shorty Lowe's
recent Dream World. I'll probably have a new segment next week.
We do this every week. It's just going to be like, what would we do? In a dream world, is what I do. Tank. Don't win anything from here on out. That's a horrible take. But that's what I'm going to stick with for this one. Fuck it. It's a a goose chase. It is what it is, right? I just tank. We got to start from scratch. We got to get rid of Mike McCarthy. Who knows what Dak's future is? We got to get a new quarterback. As much as I hate to saying this, we got to get a new left tackle, Tyron Smith. We'll see how the new Smith, the draft does, but we got to start from scratch. So my whole point is, like, maybe I hate speaking this early. I hate speaking like this early, but draft. And I'm not even a fan of the draft, but I'm a pie in the sky guy. We go out there and we break the bank in the offseason. This year's done. Do what you got to do. We look at it as Wall Street. We're Wall Street right now. We got traders. We got to trade. We got to do what we got to do. We got certain guys who are hot. Use them.
Trade Dak.
Trade Zeke.
Yeah, see, he's turning on us. Trade Zeke.
I mean, Cowboys.
Tony.
Dude, Cowboys all day. You know what I mean?
Cowboys all day.
My loyalty is to the freaking Lombardi Trophy.
To the star.
Yeah.
To the star.
You know? So,
loyalty.
Yeah, so it is what it is, dude. Get rid of who you can get rid of. Stack up as much picks.
Clean house,
dude, and do something a la Tampa Bay Gronkaneers, dude. A-Rod. Bring in Aaron Rodgers. Lamar Jackson's a free agent.
Trade Dak to Baltimore. Give him like a couple of more picks. Maybe do a Dak and Zeke combo and get Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, so my point is like in a perfect world, I would tank and I would not even try to use this year as anything for what it's worth. You showcase that the assets that you have are still viable players, and you use them for every last thing that they're worth. Get their ass out of town, and in return, we get established veteran players that can fill the voids of the things that we need. Offensive line, defensive line, we always need corners. You always need corners. Always are going to need running backs. Get a fullback and get back to brand. That's what I would do.
Break up the whole team and do what the Rams did and do what the Browns did.
Break the bank, Jerry. That's what you're going to have to do. Pay a lot of people. You might see a Super Bowl for you croak, dude. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But you know what? You guys have been with us for about 19 and a half minutes. I think that's a solid cast for week 2. What do you think?
Solid cast.
All right, guys. So we're going to keep on doing this. It's going to be a weekly thing. We're going to try to do this more often. Stick around for that Wednesday game. You want to look ahead, bud? Who do we play this week?
Who do
we play this week? We got to see. All right, we're 1-1. Let's see the state of affairs for the Dallas Cowboys going into week 3. We'll keep you up on the injury report. Make sure you also subscribe right there on the YouTube, CowboysCastHQ. Make sure you also do your thing. Follow us on Twitter. All that good stuff.
Next week is the Giants.
On Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football.
Yikes.
2-0 Giants against 1-1 Cowboys. Rivalry game.
It's a big week.
Daniel Jones against Cooper Rush.
Saquon against Micah Parsons.
Saquon against Micah.
There's going to be some good ones.
Parsons.
It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a big week. It's going to be something good to see.
I say we have to win just divisional games just to keep our ego up, but tank everything else.
Yeah, and then you know what else? Like, fuck the Giants. So forget what I said about earlier about tanking. We got to get that W.
Fuck the G-Men and fuck our friend that goes for the Cowboys. I mean, for the Giants.
Yeah, we're still learning at this stuff. Peace.
Tune in next week.
Hold up.